Today's Soul Food Sunday dinner is very near and dear to my heart. And the reason why is because I'm going to be using my dad and grandma's recipes. Although they are no longer here with us, we are going to keep their memories alive through their recipes. So what am I cooking today? Today, I'm going to be cooking the most delicious meatloaf you've ever tasted on this side of heaven. I'm also going to be cooking roasted red potatoes, Brussel sprouts, candied yams, and for dessert, I have peach dumplings. If you struggle with coming up with dinner options to cook for your family, I do these Soul Food Sunday dinners every Sunday just to spark some creativity so that you can get into the kitchen and get to cooking. I take the guesswork out of meal planning, and you can apply these dinners to any day of the week. It's not only for Sundays, it's for any day of the week. So let me get into this kitchen, get all of my ingredients set up, and get to cooking. Y'all know I always like to start with my desserts first, so I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up for my peach dumplings. I'm starting with 3 cans of peaches. You can do as many as you like. I'm using the ones with heavy syrup because I don't have to add as much sugar since they're already sweetened. I try to cut corners and save when I can. I'm not a huge fan of the larger slices of peaches, so I'm just chopping them into smaller chunks. If you do decide to make this dish, you can totally leave them as is. I don't have any specific measurements for this recipe because my grandmother, or as we called her, Big Mama, taught me how to cook this peach dumpling by taste. But as far as ingredients, I'm just adding cinnamon, nutmeg, ground cloves. I don't use a lot of nutmeg and ground cloves because they both have a strong taste and too much would be doing the most. I'll also add a cap full of vanilla extract followed by granulated and brown sugar. It looks like it may be a lot of sugar, but it's not. This cup maybe hold a half a cup, if that. This is where I taste to see if anything else needs to be added. Remember, when cooking by taste, you want to add a little at a time because you can always add more, but you cannot take away. My taste buds are telling me that I need some more cinnamon. So I'm just adding more, and then I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of butter and give it a good mix. I made some homemade pie crust a few videos ago, and this is one of the ones that I had left over that was sitting in the freezer. So now I'm just pinching off a piece of dough, rolling it into a ball, and throwing it into the pot of peaches. I probably should have greased my hands before touching the dough because it is sticky. Peach dumplings was one of the first recipes that my grandma taught me how to cook. Back when she was growing up, they took what little food they had and they made it work. That's how we came up with the peach dumpling recipe. It's been passed down from generation to generation. Next up is my dad's meatloaf recipe, and whenever he made it, it would always be gone in 0.2 seconds. Now, I am going off of muscle memory, so hopefully my meatloaf will taste just as good as his. We will let Jordan decide when he does Jordan's reviews. For this recipe, I'll be using 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire sauce, a half teaspoon of black pepper, and a half teaspoon of garlic powder, 2 eggs, a 1/4 cup of ketchup, a half cup of sour cream, 1/4 cup of bell pepper, 1 cup of crushed crackers, and 1 packet of onion soup mix. Before you get started, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. This recipe is so simple. All you have to do is mix all of your ingredients together in a bowl. Quick tip: whenever you are cooking anything, pre-measure your ingredients. It makes the recipe much easier to follow, and you are not going back and forth from the cabinets, pantry, or the refrigerator trying to dig for ingredients. Everything is right there in one spot. This glass bowl right here I got from Dollar Tree, and it comes 4 in a pack. You can go to Dollar Tree, get you some of these glass bowls. They are really good when you're trying to separate out your ingredients. 4 in a pack, $1.25. You cannot beat that price. Make sure that you mix everything really well, and once you get everything well mixed, you're going to pour your meatloaf mixture into a loaf pan. I thought it was going to be enough for 2 loaf pans, but it was just enough for 1. So now I'm just smoothing everything out because I want it to be perfectly rectangled. We're going to let this cook for 1 hour. While the meatloaf is baking, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the sauce. And for the sauce, I'm going to be using 1 1/4 cups of ketchup, 1 cup of packed brown sugar, and 3 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. At this point, you can also add Tabasco sauce, but we don't like spicy in our food, so we're going to omit that ingredient. You want to mix everything until it's well combined. And then once the meat is out of the oven, you are going to top your meatloaf with the sauce. And this is how it turned out. For the candied yams, I'll be using a 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. To start, I'm going to go ahead and chop up all of my freshly washed sweet potatoes. I'm mixing all of the spices up before I pour it into the pot, and then I'm going to add some sugar. Once I add the sugar, I'm going to give it a good stir. Now, the reason why I'm squeezing orange juice into the candied yams is because the tanginess of the juice enhances the sweetness of the candied yams. So next, we're going to add some brown sugar and give it a good stir. I'm tossing in some butter, and then I'm going to pour about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then I'm going to give everything a good mix. Now, with sweet potatoes, you don't have to pour a lot of water. I'm just pouring about a 1/4 cup so that it doesn't burn or stick to the bottom of the pot. If your family hates Brussels sprouts, try this recipe. I'm starting with 2 bags of freshly washed Brussels sprouts, and what I'm doing here is just cutting off the ends and then slicing them in half. Now, when I came up with the idea of cooking Brussels sprouts, I was a little skeptical at first because my family does not like Brussels sprouts at all. But when I saw this recipe, I was like, who does not like bacon, sausage, and all of the things that I'm putting in these Brussels sprouts? So when I saw the ingredients, I'm like, let me give this a try. Maybe, just maybe, they will eat it. So now I'm just cooking the sausage in the bacon grease that I just cooked the bacon in. And then I'm going to pour the Brussels sprouts into the same grease that I cooked the bacon and sausage in. So that's how I'm going to give these Brussels sprouts that added flavor. I'm sprinkling seasoned salt onto the Brussels sprouts, and then I'm going to give it a good mix. Now, after tasting the Brussels sprouts, I decided that I needed to add some real salt and pepper on there. Once I added the salt and pepper, it actually tasted like something. And now I'm just sprinkling some balsamic vinegar glaze on here. I did not know Aldi sold that, so I went to Aldi and found it for like $3.98. They had the balsamic version, and also had a version with strawberry. It actually tastes really good. So now I'm just crumpling bacon onto the Brussels sprouts, and that's going to level this dish up.
of Jordan's Reviews, and today what we have here, I already scoped out the scene. Let's see, we got sweet potatoes, love it. Meatloaf, I haven't had this since like maybe 2 years. It's been a good while since I've had some meatloaf, and I can't wait to taste it because I can't say I've forgotten the taste, but I can also assuredly say I may or may not have forgotten the taste. So then we have potatoes. You know how I feel about potatoes. Normally sweet potatoes are the only thing I'll allow to be, you know, I'll eat. Anything that's potato or I'm sorry, what is this? I want to get a close up on this. So what is that next to the potatoes?
Oh, those are Brussel sprouts.
Okay, all right. So in that case, thank you all for watching. That was Jordan's Review. So I'm just get out of here. Big Mac attack, and I'm just kidding. That would not be a great video if we'd ended off like that. You know what? Okay, here's how we do this. We gonna eat. We're gonna get the
forgetting something, aren't we?
Are we?
Peach dumplings. We'll
yes, we are.
We'll get that last.
We'll get it last. It's the sweets after all. So how are we gonna do? Okay. Here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get it out the way. So we're just gonna. But first, the potato. We're gonna take this is a roasted potato.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a roasted potato. I'm gonna take a little bite here.
You said enough of that.
Like what? It's not bad. It is good. I'm not going to say it's not.
Tell the truth.
The truth. That is the truth. It's good. It's okay. I'll give it that. Yeah, I mean, maybe if I tried the potato itself, maybe, hang on, let me see if I can bite the second one. Maybe it's where I bit it. We saw nothing. Anyways. Hold up. Okay, that was the problem. I ate nothing but the skin, and that was just, I tasted nothing but the skin and all the flavoring that was on it. Okay, now that I got a good taste of it, it's pretty freaking good. I had to eat it with the potato. Putting my bias aside, yes, delicious. Would I eat it constantly? Maybe not, but it could change. I might eat it. It was pretty delicious. Let's stop rambling. I'm stalling, okay? As you notice, I don't like Brussel sprouts. This is the devil to me. So we're getting over this dislike today. Down the hatch.
Ooh, the whole Brussel sprout.
It's so you know that one dolphin off the SpongeBob movie? It's pretty good actually. That's my I wasn't expecting to actually enjoy that. I was expecting my tongue to fall off and then maybe my face to cringe up at the second it touched my tongue, but no, I didn't. It's like, it's a mixture of lettuce, then some other vegetables, and then with like a little bit of its own little special taste. I'm not sure why I hated it. Why I hated it as much as I did. Really not.
So now you're gonna get
it's delicious.
Bowl full, huh?
I'm sorry, huh?
You're gonna get a whole bowl full and eat that.
I want to say bowl full. Maybe a bowl and a half.
That's even more.
Maybe a bowl of none. Maybe, yeah, let's just minimize it. Maybe as a side dish, I'll allow it. As far as my entire bowl, put that in front of me and it may or may not come right back at your face. So anywho, okay, sweet potatoes. Let's do it, okay. Of course, shake that off there. That's extravagant right there. Absolutely splendid. I'm over here getting excited with the sweet potato. We have this giant meatloaf here. Obviously I'm not going to take a giant bite of this because if we do, y'all are going to have to sit there and wait for about a good minute or two. Y'all already did with me babbling. So we're going to stop with that and just get into the meatloaf. We're going to take a small portion there. And here we go.
Does it taste just like Pawpaw's meatloaf?
I feel like I spoke to him. Yes. I can taste Pawpaw's soul and spirit in this meatloaf. I love how you did it. It's amazing. It's scary how accurate you are. Because, it doesn't, normally I would say it tastes like around, no, it doesn't taste like around there. It tastes the exact same as Pawpaw's meatloaf. Like, you did it exactly how he did it. Because, there's no, the difference in taste. That's not a bad thing. It's actually a great thing because I love Pawpaw's cooking. That stuff was delicious. I could eat that all day. Now, I may grow a few pounds, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I could eat it all year. But in any case, meatloaf delicious. Love it. It brings back very nostalgic memories of where I used to be out in my grandparents' house. My grandparents' house, playing in the country.
Just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here?
We're going to get a taste of peach dumplings. I could really just down the hatch with this, but we're going to respectfully get my favorite part, which is the dumpling and the peaches.
That is the best part.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Somebody over there likes the peaches.
I like the dumplings more.
I thought you liked the peaches.
It's like, I guess it changed on the dumplings.
Yeah, no, dumplings are smacking.
Maybe it's the texture, because it's too soft.
What she said, the freaking dumplings were the best part.
Yeah.
I just got done tasting it. That stuff was delicious. It was amazing. Sugar sweet. Yeah, love it. Yeah.
If only we had ice cream to go with it.
If only we had ice cream to go with it. Let's call the ice cream man. Later. Anywho, I give this a solid. Check it out now. 10. I give it a solid 10. Now, I should be hating on the potatoes and Brussels sprouts, but let me tell you something. When I was like 10, I despised these things. Like, I genuinely hated Brussels sprouts and the potato. Now, I will say with the potato, I still don't like it to this day. I mean, I did just taste it. It was pretty all right. Now, as far as making it into my natural palate, maybe not, but for you guys, I would recommend it. It's very good. It's great, I will say. Brussels sprouts, I'm shocked I hear this say this, but I think I've gotten over the hatred for Brussels sprouts because I'm tasting it now that I did 5 years ago. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, with all that being said, that's George's Reviews, and I am starving like Marvin. So I'm gonna get out of here. Big Mac Attack viewers, and I'll catch you on the next episode. And I would do anything for love.
Just had to.
How you doing? So wait, what are these vegetables now?
We got Brussels sprouts.
But I won't do that.
Yeah, you doing it. You're doing the Brussels sprouts.
That's him right there. I don't know why people be hating on meatloaf. I love meatloaf.
I can't do it. I think about that episode of Good Times when they were cooking meatloaf and they thought it was dog food. Remember the neighbor had dog?
Yes, I remember. I never would have thought of it. Now you go talk to me about the dog food while I'm eating the meatloaf. Why'd you just bring that up randomly?
That's because that's my hang up with meatloaf. You see, I got chicken over here.
Okay. That was even more random than my meatloaf reference.
Yes. I couldn't after that TV show or episode.
Whenever you're missing out, this meatloaf is delicious. Don't let her have you hating meatloaf. It is like the sitcom device. Everybody like, oh, what's the meal they don't want to eat? It's always something like meatloaf.
Yep. I mean, if you make it right, people.
It's pretty much anything. I think if you know how to cook it.
Like these Brussels sprouts.
Potatoes. Potatoes are good. Hey. Meat and potatoes, like the basics of, like a hungry man meal.
So you like the roasted potatoes?
It's all really meatloaf, potatoes we're done now, right? We go.
You gotta do them Brussels sprouts. Oh, did I not give you candied yams?
We did not. Oh, we got a peach cobbler.
You mean peach dumplings?
Okay, for me and probably people honest don't know, what is the difference between peach cobbler and peach dumplings?
Cobbler is more like a pie. Dumplings is more like you have little bits and pieces of dough blended in with fruit. It's like apple dumplings. You heard of apple dumplings.
And I didn't know the difference between, I mean, there's not really apple cobbler, but, I mean, it probably is. I'm not aware of it, but probably, whatever it is, it's good. But I mean, isn't pie cobbler, isn't that still like bits of dough?
Kind of. But this is more like a deconstructed pie. Maybe that's what both of them are.
Just way deeper than I meant for the conversation to go. Deconstructing the cobbler. But yeah, that just hidden.
All right, so I put my foot in the peach dumpling.
We definitely did.
That is a recipe from my
I'm not
grandma.
sure how putting your foot in became the way to say you're a good cook, but
Yeah, we gotta research that one.
but it is.
Put a foot in it.
Sweet potatoes. Everybody loves sweet potatoes. Or candy. Or the sweet potatoes. What's the difference between sweet potatoes and candied yams? Is there a difference?
No, not really.
Oh.
It's the same.
I thought so.
But there is a yam that's not the same as a sweet potato. But candied yams is not the same thing as the real yam, fruit, vegetable, whatever the thing is.
I feel like it's a vegetable, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a vegetable.
Well, raw sweet potatoes. Now, the first time you served me sweet potatoes that were just actually potatoes, I was shocked because I literally thought sweet potatoes just naturally came covered in syrup and sugar like they served to you on Thanksgiving. So I didn't know. Like, what do you mean? It's not what? I guess in my head I thought they came out of the ground like that. Oh no!
Covered in sugar and butter.
Yeah, because that's how I always had them as a kid. That you served to be like just regular sweet potatoes, and I was like, what? I don't understand. Why does it taste like this?
Did I give you a plain sweet potato?
At one point you did, yeah. And I was
probably we were trying to be healthy at one time.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of healthy, I guess that's.
Oh yeah, gotta eat that Brussels sprout.
Okay. All right. Turned 10 years old again. I mean, I'm not a huge Brussels sprout fan, but it's like.
It's not bad.
Right.
I seasoned it just right.
Yeah. No, you're supposed to eat vegetables on occasion.
You said on occasion.
Yeah. The Charles Barkley said he don't eat them. Talking some gotta kill me, right? Yeah, if you must eat Brussels sprouts, this is probably a good way.
All right, so overall, you liked everything?
Yeah, it was good.
All in all, they love today's Soul Food Sunday dinner, and that makes my heart happy. And I am so proud of everyone for trying out the Brussels sprouts because we all know how Brussels sprouts taste. But I think adding the bacon, sausage, and that balsamic vinegar, that just took it to a whole new level. Let me know down in the comment section, what are you cooking today? Because I know your kitchen is smelling good right now. As always, I love each and every one of you. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye.